Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're showing off this UN Grimlock that I built out of Lego. Yes, here's Grimlock in his T-Rex mode, and I guess it's not a very scientifically accurate T-Rex, but I guess that it works out fine because most other Grimlocks aren't very scientifically accurate. Yeah, it's got a few delicate parts, like these side panels can come off sometimes, and also his arms are only held on by clips, so they might fall off. But overall, I think it's pretty sturdy. I think he's a bit more sturdy compared to some of my other models. So that's Grimlock's T-Rex mode. I guess he has a few accessories that can work in this mode. Because he's got a crown. It's just two 2x2 rounds stacked on top of each other and yellowed. So you can just take off this top 1x2 tile on his head and then attach this here like this. So that's Grimlock with his crown. I don't think it looks very great as a crown, but I think it works fine for what it is. So, yeah, I'll probably rebuild this in the future. He's also got a few weapons that can work in this mode. So he has a sword. It's just 4 pieces and a plate stacked on top of each other like this. So that's his sword. You can just attach this to his back just by attaching it to one of these back studs here. And he's also got his gun, so you can also use this, I guess, just by taking this clip in the middle and rotating it around, like this on the inside of his gun. And then just flip the whole thing over and attach it here like this. So there's Grimlock with his weapon stored in his back. Also his hands are clips, so they can rotate. So you can also probably just take his weapons like this, and just take his weapons and clip them in his hands like this. So I guess there's Grimlock in his T-Rex mode with the sword. So I guess you can have that like that. So there's Grimlock with the sword. But that's about it for Grimlock's accessories. Yeah, for articulation in his dinosaur mode, I guess his head can rotate up and down. Originally, I was gonna try to give him a mouth, but it was I could either fit in a mouth or just a neck joint, and I ended up just giving him a neck joint just because it fit in, and also it helps with posing. His neck can also rotate at the base like this, this yellow part, and then also his shoulders are on hinges, so they can rotate 360 degrees, and they can go out a lot, or I guess they can rotate out 180 degrees. The hands can rotate. Yeah, but sometimes his arms fall off because they're on clips. The lower legs can rotate and kick forward and back like this. They could probably kick 360 degrees, but this back panel's in the way, and also the arms are in the way. They can also extend outward like this on pins, or I guess on bars, to help with posing, and they can also angle like this. But the hip articulation is stopped by this top panel up here. The knees can bend 90 degrees like this, but the hands get in the way of this part, and they can also rotate the lower knee like that for posing. And then also, his tail can rotate up and down because they're his legs, and then also these back sections can also rotate up and down, this top hinge and also at the bottom hinge. So I think he has pretty decent articulation, so I guess you can kind of get him into some decent poses. So yeah, that's Grimlock's articulation. So for size comparisons in his dinosaur mode, I guess his dinosaur mode, I'm just treating his dinosaur mode like a robot mode. So for size comparisons, here is with Bombshell, and then also with Lego minifigured. So I think he should be a bit bigger, but it also might just be because I'm not standing him up all the way. So yeah. But that's about it for Grimlock's dinosaur mode. I guess if you want to make him look a bit more scientifically accurate, you can just bend him over like this, and just have him standing like that. But I didn't really build it to stand like this, so it doesn't stay up very well. But I guess that's kind of an idea of what you can do with him. But that's about it for Grimlock's dinosaur mode. So transform Grimlock into his robot mode. The first thing I want to do is take these tail sections and rotate them up like this, and then take his whole leg section and rotate it down like this, and then you're like halfway done with the leg sections. After that, you want to get the arms out of the way, and then I guess work on the legs. So for the legs, you want to you want to split these sections on this bar, and then after that you want to take these side panels and rotate them forward, and then rotate this lower leg section around like this, and then you want to rotate this whole, I guess, knee section around with the tail attached to it, like that. And then after that you want to take this whole tail section and rotate this section up, and then compress this section here, and then rotate this whole side panel section up to the side like that. So do the same on the other side. So rotate this side panel forward like this, and then rotate the lower leg. Sorry if it's kind of hard to see. So rotate this lower leg here like this, and then rotate the knee section. Compress everything together and make sure it doesn't break. Sometimes these like to fall off a lot because these parts, I guess, don't have very good clutch power. So attach this back here. Rotate this section so that this part's flat against this part. So rotate this whole section up, and then fold this section up here like this. And then there's Grimlock's legs done. I guess that they're kind of complicated. But I guess also just push this section against the ground to make sure that all this is aligned properly for his heel spur. So after that, for the arms, you just want to rotate them down, or I guess rotate the dinosaur arms out of the way. And then for the arms, you want to rotate them outward a bit like this, and then rotate his forearm around, rotate the dinosaur toes inward like this, and then rotate his hand around like this. And then there's one of Grimlock's arms done. So for his other arm, you want to rotate it down, rotate this forearm section around, rotate the hand out, and then rotate up this clod. And then there's Grimlock's arms done. So for his upper, so I guess for his head or his backpack section, you want to rotate this section up a bit, or I guess, yes, rotate the upper section of the dinosaur mode up a bit, and then split it like this. And then take this whole back section and rotate it down like this, or I guess rotate it halfway. And then for this section, I guess it's a bit tricky, I guess. So you want to slide out these panels, and then rotate this section around like this, so that all this is lined up properly, and then slide this section back like this. And there's one of his wings done, and then also just leave this hanging here like that. So do the same on the other side, so slide this section out, rotate this section around like this, slide it down, and then there's another wing done. So after that, for his head, you want to take this whole section and rotate it down on this hinge. Sorry if it's kind of hard to see. And you want to take this whole section and detach it a bit so that there's enough clearance between the bottom of this clip and then also the clip on this 1x1 clip here. So just make sure there's enough clearance to rotate that around, and then rotate this section down at an angle to fill in the back. Rotate this section up, and then you want to take this whole neck section and rotate it around like this. So the dinosaur head's facing this way like that. And then after that, all this section can just compress up onto his back like this. And then this section can rotate up, and then his head can just flatten out against his back. And then rotate in his dinosaur arms. And then there's a Grimlock in his robot mode. So that's his transformation done. Alright, so here's a Grimlock in his robot mode. I think it all mostly looks pretty cartoon accurate. I based it off of his animation model, so I guess that's why his proportions might not be as good as they could be. Or I guess they might be a bit weird, but I think it looks okay for Grimlock. I think he looks bulky enough to look good as a Grimlock. But yeah, I think his backpack looks okay. It takes up like half of his half of the mass of his torso, but I think it cleans up pretty okay. I think it's pretty clean because it doesn't hang off a lot. Yeah. I also think that his lower legs can be filled in a bit more at the back section, but I just couldn't figure out any way to do it because of how the tail section was built. But yeah, that's about it for the details in his robot mode. There isn't a lot because it's mostly just tiled off. So good. So for accessories that work in this mode, he has his sword, so I guess you can hold his sword like this. it's the same sword that he had in his dinosaur mode. So there's his sword. He didn't have one in the cartoon, so I just modeled it after the one that he had in his toy. So there's Grimlock with a sword. He's also got a gun. Originally, I was gonna have this gun only be this one binocular piece at the end, but I ended up just making it longer, like this, by adding another one. Originally I was gonna have these binoculars be black, but I ended up replacing them in dark gray just because I couldn't find any in black on Bricklink. So he can just hold this in his hand like this. So there's Grimlock with all of his weapons. So I guess for other accessories, he's also got his crown that he had in his dinosaur mode. So to give him his crown, you just want to take off his head like this. And you want to take these side horn sections and rotate them back like this. And then he can just wear it just by placing it on diagonally like this. So there's Grimlock with his crown. So that's how he looks with his crown. But that's about it for Grimlock's accessories. He doesn't really have as many as some of my other models, but I don't think he really needs any, because I think he looks good on his own. So for articulation in Grimlock's robot mode, I'll just take out his sword because it makes it a bit easier. His head can rotate, it's on a stud. His wings can rotate in and out like this. Originally, this whole back 1x2 hinge section was going to be two 1x1 hinges, but I ended up replacing them because it didn't hold on very well. So originally these wing sections were gonna be able to move up and down, but now they can't because it wasn't very sturdy. His arms can probably rotate 360 degrees on these pins. It's the same articulation that I had in his dinosaur mode, so they can also extend to give him a wider shoulder stance. So they can extend, they can rotate outward a lot. The elbows are on universal joints, so they can bend everywhere. But that's about it for his arm articulation. I guess also his hands can rotate in and out like that. And also, his hips can kick forward a lot. They can like that. They can kick back a lot less because of how they're built with a clip. They can kick out a lot on the hinges, and the knees can bend over 9 degrees like that. And then I guess also the feet can rotate like that, or they can angle. But it's only the toes, so it doesn't really do anything for the rest of the foot. But that's about it for Grimlock's articulation. So yeah, I guess you can kind of get him into some okay poses, but I think his hips are kind of loose, so they probably won't hold them up. But yeah, also give him back his sword. So for such comparisons with other things, here is with Bombshell again. So that's how they scale together, and then also here is with minifigured. So that's how everything scales together. But yeah. But I guess that's about it for Grimlock. But overall, that's about it for Grimlock. I think he turned out pretty well, except that I think that he could be a bit bigger. But that's about it for, I guess, this mock. If you liked the video, I guess tell me if you liked it, and also maybe leave a rating. And I'll probably have the rest of the Dinobots out one day. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Bye.